video for a long time, so I thought I'll show you me building my paint rack. Now, firstly, from one of the halls where they were redoing it, I got this hardwood from. As you can see, the nails are still in this piece. I've got to pull them out. If you ever do this, to stop marking the top surface so much, pull them from the back, because these are oval brads, round heads. They just pull them straight through. You won't mess up any of the wood on the top end of this nice polished finish, which is actually quite a scratch. But this is 3 inches wide. So what I did, I put it in my saw and ripped it down to 45mm, which is here. This is one of the shelf ones. These are 42 inches long. Because of the paints, when I stack up paints together, I've got 40 in a rack. That's nice to fit my bench. That works out to 42 inches, sorry. But when I measure the height of it, which is this piece here, it's actually 505mm high. So, a bit of mixing measurements up, but as long as you remember that you've got metric height, imperial width. That's all you need. I also bought a piece of ply out from my workshop, which is, I thought I was going to cut it down to the right size, but when I actually done a dry fit of everything on there, and I'll show you that now. Okay, now you can see that the top end here, I've got a little bit left over. I thought, why cut that off? I can use the top of it as another shelf for other bits and pieces. Like, well, I left that on. Gives it a back, stop it falling off. Also, it's a bit too long, but I thought, hang on a minute, I could put my Tamiya tape dispensers down here, nice and easy to get to. So I'm going to leave the ply as is. I'm not going to touch it. All I've done is done a white backing on this, so that bit of emulsion. I've got to give it another coat, and then I can start putting the paint rack together. That's as far as I got today. I'll get another coat on that and let that dry. And now I'll come back tomorrow and I'll screw all this together and I'll show you what I've done in the end. So, for now, I'll see you soon. Back in a minute. Okay. After yesterday, what I did was I put a second coat of emulsion on here, and then I sealed it in with a varnish, water-based quick drying varnish. That was yesterday. I also did a half round on each of these, as you can see here, I think, with a quarter round over bit on each edge, just to take the sharpness off, and I did that all with all the pieces. Now, I put a coat of varnish on last night and that's dried. This morning I came out, I've screwed together the outside frame. Now, what I also had to do is I've gone in here and put my jars of paint and all that, and pots of paint in here, and found the sizes that I needed. I then went and cut a couple of blocks, one at 85mm, which is the two top ones, 90mm for the next two, and when I've done those two, I'll check again and make sure I'll divide the bottom half up, the bottom two. This last row, I'll divide these spaces into two, and that'll be for me third set of paints. Oh dear, a bit much. Right, on with the rest of this. Now, I'm using a drill with a countersink bit on it. There we go. I'm using a drill with a countersink bit on it. These are pilot hole ones for the screws, so I can countersink them and do the pilot hole at the same time, all in one go, nice and easy. So let's get on with that. Now, I've just lined it up with a spacer. I'm only putting one screw in the ends because they're going to be screwed into the back plate as well. let's tack a screw into that for the moment, and we'll do the next one. Right. Right, that's the first two screwed up. I won't show you the rest, it's too boring. But it's the same next two with a different size spacer underneath here. Do those two, turn it over, screw the other end. I'll see you in a second. The last basin turned out to be 52mm, which is perfect. I'll just do the last one. Right, there we have it. The last space turned out to be 52mm for an even split, and that's it all together now. Just got to put the back on. I'm going to show you an easy way of doing that as well, as we've got even spaces all the way over these ones. What we need to do is you could take a measure. Could take a measure to it and measure along and say, oh yeah, it's going to be there, there, there and there, and transfer the measurements over. A bit awkward that, because you have to do one little mistake and you've mucked up the whole lot. I'm just going to get the item that I want and I'll be back in a second. Right, it's just a piece of wood, squared up at the end. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw this offcut onto the end, square, and then I'm going to use this as a marking gauge to mark each centre of the shelving that I need to do. Now I could transfer that straight to the back and drill straight through, knowing that I've got everyone exactly right. Okay, got my pencil then. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on here and mark each of the shelving positions on here. I'll just move that, hang on, there we go. So I know that the shelving is right all the way down. The only time I might have trouble with this is when I've if you've got a twist in the wood. Now I've chosen the hardwood for this project because it's not twisted, it's been indoors for a long time. Right, I've just marked the shelving parts on this and I'm going to square them off because I want them on the other edge. Right, now I've transferred the marks to this side of the wood because this is a straight edge piece here. Because it broke off, I didn't have anything to hook it onto, so I'll use this side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this piece of wood, which is the thickness of the shelving, and I'm going to mark that. Which one flush? Mark that across there. Next thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to cross the centre of this line. This mark in here is only for the edge pieces, not for the centres, although we can use it for the centre pieces as well. Right, I'm going to do the rest of these like that, and I'll be back in a second. Right, that's all marked out now, and some of you may be thinking, I don't need to do that, too much trouble. Well, this is my main paint rack for the wall, right in front of the workbench itself. But I may need more, because my paints will increase, and this will take most of my paints I've got now with a few extra spaces in it. But in the future I'll need to make another one. I'm going to keep these all together, and I'll be able to build a second one of these exactly the same, and that's why I'm doing it like this. And there we have it. Right, I can put this on the wood backing, drill through before I put this on, and then I can screw the whole thing together. That's the next job. Okay, what I've done is I've marked the holes where the shelves intersect the end. Now I can't put screws there because of the screw going in the end. I don't want to hit that, so what I've done is I've done that, and then I've added 3 holes down the end away from any of the marks that I've got where the screws are. So I now know I can screw through there and I won't hit another screw on the way through. Right, I'm going to turn this over, tap the countersink those holes and screw the front on, and I'll be back in a second. And there we have it. Now screwed, the back screwed on. That'll do me perfectly. Just got to go and put it on the wall now. Okay, there she is, up on the wall. Paint's on it. I've still got some space left to put more paints in when I come. And I've got the templates now to do another one if I need it. So that's it for the paint rack. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's just a quick thing for modellers to keep their paints right where they're working. I can just pick them off the shelf as I need them. So for that is a nice easy project. Sorry, get tongue tied there. It's a nice easy project to ease me back into woodwork after I've had my tennis elbow. I couldn't even pick up a coffee with it. That's how bad it was. It was in a great deal of pain. That's now cleared right up. I started clearing out my workshop, and over the next week or two I'm going to get in there and get that cleared out, because I've got to redo everything in my workshop completely. I've got a door to cut in the end to go through to the other little workshop that I made, and I've got benches to do and all sorts of things, so I've got to get on with that. So see you soon. Goodbye for now, and it's goodbye from company. See you all soon. That's it for this part. I'll see you soon. Keep safe. Bye for now.